Hey everybody, welcome to a Sunday afternoon edition of Keith's Beer Reviews. Today I'm going to take a break from the Boulevard beers and get back to I better get it out of the cooler. Get back to these Bent River beers. They're not they're regional beer. They're not what I'd consider a local beer. They're not an Iowa beer, although almost. They're part of the they're brewed in the Quad Cities part of Illinois, which is right across the Mississippi from Iowa. And some of the Quad Cities are Iowa cities, so anyway, I'm going to do from Bent River, I'm going to do their jalapeno pepper ale. Never had this one before either. I had one decent one and one not so good one from Bent River, so let's see if they're going to keep up the quality here. A little bit from the website, it says fire roasted peppers are added to this wheat ale. The medium-bodied beer captures the fruitiness of the jalapeno and ends with a spicy finish. 4.81% ABV, 20.4 IBUs. Not too hoppy, but anyway, let's get this wheat ale with peppers in the glass and see what we have. Whoa, and it just foamed right over. Never expected that at all. Good grief. That was an explosion. Get this in the glass. Whoa. I made a mess. Fortunately, it's outdoors here in a picnic table, so that nobody ever uses for a picnic, so I think we're okay. Still a little bit of foam in the glass. Here we got a hazy, almost, ooh, a lot of chunks floating in there. A lot of chunks of stuff floating in there, so it must be bottle conditioned. I don't know if that's chunks of pepper or what. Almost looks like yeast, but got a half a finger of a bubbly, slightly off-white head. Doesn't look like it's going to last a long time. Seems to be a moderate amount of carbonation streaming up from what I can see, so let's get a nose on it. Okay, it's a pretty mild aroma, but I'm getting a note of some citrusy hops along with some fresh spicy peppers. Not getting a lot of heat on there. Maybe almost like green peppers in there. Just a bit of caramel malt. So basically it's just like a jalapeno, fresh jalapeno slash pepper aroma with a bit of malt. Not a lot going on, so let's get a taste. Oh no, that's pretty nice. Now, I'm one of those people, I don't consider a jalapeno a hot pepper. So, you know, maybe when you start getting up to those Thai peppers and habaneros, and you're having a hot pepper. But yeah, you got a nice slight sweetness up front. Nice balance of like cereal grain and some hops that are piney, almost spruce-like, and there is some pepper heat there. You get a nice start there with a nice warm and chilly flavor, but you know, the heat comes right through as the malt does. You know, starts to just as well right away. Finish is just a mild lingering heat and some malt. Decent tasting wheat ale so far. You got moderate malt sweetness, a little nuttiness, and nice jalapeno flair, and it builds a little bit, but never becomes overwhelming. But like I said, I'm one of those people that doesn't really consider jalapenos a hot pepper. So let me let this warm up a bit. I wonder what all those chunks are in there, and I will be back in a little while with final thoughts and grade. Well, okay, I'm back. It's been 20 minutes or so. It's a cloudy, dreary day. We got like an 80% chance of rain. So I figured about it. It's fairly early in the afternoon. Figured I better get out before the before the rain starts. You might be able to hear in the background that we still got some of those cicadas around, but it's certainly not as weird or as loud and overwhelming as it was the last couple weeks. There's a lot of dead ones on the ground, so. But they're a strange critter because they only live 2 weeks after being underground for, 17 years. But overall, this isn't bad. I'm enjoying this beer. I forgot to mention, it's a well, it's a wheat beer, so it's a fairly light-bodied beer. Got a moderate carbonation. Now, it could maybe use just a little more spritz from carbonation, but it's still not too bad. If just slightly unbalanced, definitely not a complex beer. It sort of has the heat of those, I'll use a finger quote thing, hot salsas you buy in the grocery store from like Fritos and stuff like that. If you're a chili head like I am, it's not hot. But, those aren't hot, but those are pretty mild. And so this is too. There's a little bit of heat there, but it's not too bad. And it's actually really kind of pleasant. They got the taste of the peppers and a little bit of the heat. So I'm enjoying it a lot. So I'm going to give the Bent River Jalapeno Pepper Ale worth a shot if you're a chili head and and can get it. I'm going to give it a good solid 8.5 out of 10. Decent, drinkable chili beer. One of the better chili beers I've had, that's for sure. So, till next time, everybody, cheers. Let's keep drinking good beers.